Hi everyone, it's Gillian and welcome to my channel and another crochet tutorial. For today's tutorial, we're going to be working on this Christmas tree ornament. This is a free pattern that I found on Hobby, and there will be a link in the description below so you can check out the amazing patterns and amazing yarns that they have. So let's get started. To begin, you're going to start with a magic ring. You're going to chain one. Inside the magic ring, you're going to make 12 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 12. And you're going to join to the first single crochet stitch with a slip stitch. And you're going to pull your ring close. And that is the end of round 1. For round 2, you're going to start with a chain 1, and that doesn't count as a stitch. Into the same stitch where you made your slip stitch, you're going to make a single crochet. Into the next stitch, you're going to make 2 half double crochets. Working into the next stitch, you're going to make 2 treble crochets. For treble crochet, you're going to wrap your hook twice. Go into the stitch and pull up a loop, and you have 4 loops here. You're going to pull 2 loops off a time. 1, 2, and 3. And you're going to make 1 more treble crochet into the same space. So you're going to wrap your hook twice, go in, pull up a loop. You're going to pull 2 off, 2, and then 2. Into the next stitch, you're going to make 2 half double crochets. In the next stitch, you're going to make 2 single crochets. In the next stitch, you're going to make 2 half double crochets. In the next stitch, 2 treble crochets, wrapping your hook twice. In the next stitch, you're going to make 2 half double crochets. And you're going to make a repeat starting from where you made the 2 single crochets. So working into the next stitch, you're going to make 2 single crochets, 2 half double crochets in the next stitch, two treble crochets in the next stitch, and in the next stitch, which is your last stitch, you're going to make 2 half double crochets. And you're going to join to the single crochet stitch with a slip stitch. And that completes round 2. For round 3, you're going to chain 3. And this chain 3 is going to count as a double crochet. In the next stitch, you're going to make a double crochet. You're not going to complete that double crochet stitch. You're going to hold it right here and you're going to switch colors. You're just going to drape the yarn over the hook and you're going to pull that through to the last 2 stitches like that, the 2 loops. And you can go ahead and you can cut that color because you're not going to be using it anymore. You're going to be working into the next stitch, and into the next stitch you're going to make 2 double crochets. you're going to make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Into the next stitch, you're going to make a double crochet. And into that same stitch, you're going to make a half double crochet. Into the next stitch, you're going to start with a half double crochet and a double crochet into that same stitch. In the next stitch, you're going to make a double crochet, 2 double crochets in the next stitch, you're going to make 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches, into the next stitch, 2 double crochets, one double crochet into the next stitch, into the next stitch you're going to make a double crochet and a half double crochet into the same stitch, into the next stitch a half double crochet and 1 double crochet into that same stitch, into the next stitch 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets in the next stitch, one double crochet into the next 2 stitches, two double crochets in the next stitch, one double crochet into the next stitch, into the next stitch you're going to make a double crochet, a half double crochet into that same stitch, into the next stitch you're going to make a half double crochet and 1 double crochet into the next stitch, into the same stitch. So into that stitch you're going to make a half double crochet, then a double crochet, and at the end here you're going to make a double crochet into the next stitch and 2 double crochets into the last stitch. And you're going to join to the top of the chain 3 with a slip stitch. And that is the end of round 3. And at this point you can go ahead and you can pull your ring really close, and you want it to be as close as you possibly can. And then you want to go ahead and fasten off, because what's going to happen is that you're going to be stuffing this ornament, so you want to make sure that nothing is going to get through the hole. So you want to pull it as tight as you possibly can. For round 4 you're going to chain 2, and that chain 2 is going to count as your first half double crochet. In that same stitch as the slip stitch you're going to make a half double crochet. Into the next 2 stitches you're going to make a half double crochet. In the next stitch you're going to make 2 half double crochets, and this is going to be a repeat all the way around for round 4. Half double crochet into the next 2 stitches, and you're going to repeat by making 2 half double crochets into the next stitch, one half double crochet into the next 2 stitches, And you're going to repeat this sequence all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end. At the end of the round, you're going to fasten off here because this is going to be your last round. And you can fasten off however you choose to, because what you're going to do now is that you're going to make one more just like this, and we're going to sew them together. So I fasten off like this by making an invisible join. But you don't have to do that because, like I said, we're going to be stitching them together. And you don't have to sew in your ends. I did that on the first one that I made. But what you can do, you can just tie like a knot. And because it's going to be hidden inside, you're not going to see it because we're going to put some polyfill in. So what you're going to do, you're going to go ahead and make one more just like this. And when we get back, we're going to stitch these together. And we're going to make an ornament. So now that you've had 2 of these made, we're going to join them together. And you should have an even amount of stitches on each motif. You should have a total of 48 stitches on each one of these. So you're going to make sure that the wrong sides are facing each other. And you want to try and line up the trunk of the Christmas tree as much as possible. And when you join, you want to join at the top because at the end you're going to make a hanging loop. So you want to join from the top so that the loop is in the right position. Okay, so I'm going to join with a standing single crochet. For a standing single crochet, I'm going to put a slip knot on my hook. You can use a slip stitch, a chain 1, and a single crochet. So I'm going to find the topmost part of this motif, which I'm going to say is right here. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. Try to line this up as much as possible. Okay, make sure that the top of the Christmas tree is lined up with the other one. Okay, so I'm going to pull that through. I'm going to pull through both loops with my standing single crochet. Okay, and I'm going to continue making single crochets into each stitch around. I'm making sure to grab both of the motifs on the both loops of each motif. And you're just going to keep on making single crochets. So continue making your single crochets all the way around, and we'll meet back around about here so we can start adding some polyfill if you choose to. Okay, you can start adding some polyfill, and that's totally optional. You may not want to do that, but just add a bit of the polyfill, not too much. Just to give it a little bit of volume. Add a little bit more. And you can add, this is totally at your discretion. You can add as much or as little, or you can add none at all. It's completely up to you. And you're going to continue making your single crochets all the way until you get to the end. At that point, we're going to make our hanging loop. You know, we're going to chain 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20. And you're going to join with a slip stitch to your first single crochet stitch. Chain 1, and you're going to fasten off. You're going to sew in your ends, and you're going to hide your ends where you have the same light color so that it doesn't show. And that is the end of the tutorial. This is your Christmas tree ornament. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please give it a like, share it, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.